Hello everyone, the 316, Logomaniac 316 here, back with another Monday Lightning Collection review. This time, I got the Versus Wave 1 2-pack of SPD, A Squad, and B Squad Blue Ranger. This retailed for $39.99, and this can still be found pretty much everywhere. Maybe not in stores, but definitely online, very easy to find. So it comes with, like I said, A Squad and B Squad Blue. This is the first time you've ever gotten an A Squad Ranger action figure, period. One thing I want to mention is that I do not have the standard release box. I have the Target exclusive Spectrum box. And yes, I did open it. I was not expecting to get the Spectrum box, but I didn't have any extra money to spend on the regular release box. Because, why would I spend extra money on a, exclusive box? Anyway, so let's start with our accessories here. So, A Squad Blue comes with his blaster, an effect piece, which is the same as Magna Defender's in SPD Red. He also comes with two fisted hands, one for the left and the right. And he comes with two grabby hands, one for the left and one for the right. SPD Blue comes with basically the same accessories as SPD Green, but his effect piece is this pinkish orangish one. Basically the way this works is there's a little line in it. Might be a little difficult to see, but there's a little indent in there, and you can just, stick that in there. Or his karate chop hand, which goes on his left. And he also has two trigger holding hands, one for the left and the right. And he also has his morpher and morpher holding hand. So that just goes in there like that. And this was the last time you get the morpher to look like this, because we had pinks, which was awful, and then we had greens, which is missing the text, but still has the giant SPD. Last couple accessories. So we have Blue's weapon here, both in the extended form and the non-extended form, like on the box. And he also has the handle. So if you wanted to switch these out, you could do that. And finally, the head sculpt, which this is probably one of the best head sculpts they've made. The eyes are a little odd, but it looks just like him. I think it's pretty good. Still that weird dollhouse, uncanny valley type. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the A Squad Blue Ranger. Go ahead and reposition him here. Take his gun, throw it away. There we go. This was the fourth figure I got, third and fourth. So I got this, I want to say in like February. Like I got them right before I got the Wave 8 figures in, but really nicely detailed. This is the first time we got the A Squad Rangers, and there's a lot of good going here. It looks just like the show. It's got all the details you would need or expect. One thing that I really appreciate is if you're a customizer, this actually can come off just like Rita's. So if you take this head off, actually, yeah, you have to take the head off for this. So head comes off really easy. So if you wanted to customize this or the figure, there's a lot of customizers out there. All you got to do is just lift it up and it's off. And you just got a basic black body mold under here. And to put it back on, it's really simple. Just thread the arm through there. And thread the neck through. And you're done. Now, one thing that this A Squad Ranger did not come with is a civilian head, which I guess it's okay. I want to say his name was like Beevor or something, but it was a very alien-like design. They would have had to make a new mold anyway, but while it does suck, I don't think we ever saw them with their civilian heads on the A Squad, outfits. Basically, the story behind these outfits were SPD had a really low budget, or they were blowing through their budget very quickly. So they basically just had to find some like hockey pads and any helmets they could find from their prop room and repurpose them. This was the in-space helmets they used. There was never an in-space green helmet, so they basically had to paint over the black one. Anyway, enough of that about the detail. Let's get into the detail of the figure. So like I said, looks just like the show. It's got, you know, the pads, got the knees here, which do double joint, and there is a twist right there. It's got the toes. It's got the thigh cut, which the McFarlane figures don't have. Got a ball joint up there. It can't turn at the waist, but it can turn at the upper body. Got a hinge right there. Also, one thing to note is the belt here is just like Omega's, where it has no holster. So it's just the belt, and it does have a place for the morpher. So interesting to note there. The gloves and everything else look pretty much the same, although I think there were some like silver detailing on the gloves on the show, but I could be wrong on that. It says SPD on the shoulder here. Right there too. Now my paint is off in a few spots. There's one, although it's not very noticeable. Let's see where else. The paint was off right here. You can see the A on the shoulder pad is actually shifted to the left, so this looks a bit weird on this side. That's pretty easy to fix if I wanted to, which I might. Also, my helmet here, it's kind of hard to see, but that easily lifts off, so not the best. And a couple issues with this figure that the later A-Squad figures have. I don't have any of the A-Squad figures to compare to this guy, so I'm just going to go over it right now. The silver molded plastic rubber here, this is rubber, is a bit brighter than the new figures, and also the white on the visor should actually be silver. So they did, you know, mess up, but you know, this was an earlier figure, so it's understandable. So he's got all the blue on him, and he also has just a little bit of blue on the blaster here, and for some reason the camera does not want to focus today. Come on, wait, pick a sweet spot. There we go. Oop. There you go. It's very hard to see the blue in this lighting, but if I can get the light here. And again, it does not want to focus today, but you can see the blue on it pretty easily. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at B-Squad. Get his wet blaster out of there. So, B-Squad blue is just like green. B-Squad green. They pretty much have all the same details that you would expect, except obviously this one has issues with the helmet, which we're going to get into. But first of all, I want to give you a good look here. For some reason, the hand on this side's a little loose, even if I switch out for the morpher holding hand. It's very loose in there. Although this one's a little tighter. I think it just has to do with the hand here. So I could switch it out if I wanted to, but I usually post him with his morpher. Actually, I'm going to switch out his karate chop hand too. Just pull it out and put it in. Alright, no problem there. So he does have the holster, as you can see, for his weapon. So all you gotta do is grab those. Just lift his arm up, and you can easily tell which way it goes. So you just put the trigger on that, and then fold this over top of that, and it's in there. Now you could push it up a bit more, but I fear that it'll warp the plastic, see? So just leave it resting like that. And then on this side, it's a little bit more tricky, but what I like to do is I like to go like this and then just try to finesse it through, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, you could also do it the right way if I can get it out. I realize that was the wrong way, but you can fit it in the proper way like that. This is how I usually display him with his morpher. So the 2 on him, it is painted all the way up, thankfully, unlike green. But as you can see, I have a bunch of issues with the paint here. So there's a little ding in the white, and I don't know what happened there. Either some of the white went that way or some of the black went this way. Really don't know. And it might be difficult to tell, but on my helmet here, yeah, it's really off. What I had to do was, because this side is painted a bit lower, if you look, you can see the mold line of the blue there. It does not match up. I would have requested a replacement from Hasbro, but it's been so long at this point, I'm not even going to bother asking, because it looks fine. The silver on the SPD logo is also printed too far down, so some of it's missing. I do plan on getting a silver paint pen to fix that, but yeah. Another paint issue that really doesn't bug me is the neck here. There's a little bit of extra plastic, but that's not it. There's just like a big ding on the front there, as you can see. It looks fine next to the white. It kind of blends in, but yeah, a lot of quality control issues with this 2-pack, I find. What's not too bad a quality control issue is that it moves really well. Like, none of the joints felt super tight. Usually when I have the tight joints, it's in the shoulders here and the knees. Usually the elbows are fine, nice and flexible, nice and bendy. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this helmet off, but before I do that, I wanted to show you, it actually has the white on the side. It should be silver. It does have the full visor in white, which is correct, which is nice. It doesn't show that on the box, as you can see. Also missing on the box is his little SPD logo here. There you go. Oh, his head's a little tight on there. You really have to pull. Getting his civilian head on, actually, it wasn't too bad. It's just a matter of finagling it. And here is Sky. And yeah, that looks really good. They did a really good job with this head sculpt. I think it looks just like the actor. It's just one of the better head sculpts of the SPD Rangers. So, let me go ahead and take that off. Yeah, ouch. Oh, sometimes taking those heads off can be a real pain. I don't recommend it. I usually don't pose them with those heads on. Alright, so let me go ahead and grab my ruler back here. And you can do some size comparisons. Alright, move all the accessories out of the way. Here's green. Pretty much the exact same figure, but one says 2, green. The helmets are all wrong. Doesn't have the paint up the torso. Yeah, these figures are all messy. But yeah, here's the size for you. They all rank about like just over 6 inches. On camera it says 6, but in here it's about like 6¼ inches. So that way you can get a good view. He's almost 6½ on the left there. Might just be how my table's laid out in here. Let's see, another SPD Ranger. I would get all of them out, but you understand that I'd have to really dig through my figures there. Like, Pink is like leaning just on a stand here because I can't get her to stand on her own because she's got like deer legs. Yeah, screw it. Let's get everyone out. Alright, SPD. Pink. That stand's not included with the figure. That's just a NECA stand I got. Very cheap, like 10 bucks for 10. Alright, here's Omega. And then finally, the last SPD Ranger that I have, Shadow. So yeah, we're just missing yellow. Come on, Hasbro. You got all the A Squad Rangers now. give us yellow B Squad. Come on, it's time. The leaks that were posted not too long ago showed that she wasn't coming. So don't know what's about that. Let me see if I can fit all my figures back here while I do my final thoughts. So we'll take a look at the box, but if you want to get these figures, I think I saw them on Walmart, and I want to say Amazon too, but I could be wrong about that. Definitely don't see them on Target. Target hasn't sold anything but their exclusives recently, which is annoying, but because that's where I had pre-ordered a lot of my figures from, was Target, but then they just were like, you know what, we're just going to stop doing pre-orders except the exclusives. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the box, put these guys to the side, and as you can see, this is the Spectrum box. It does use the same artwork on the back, but instead they put it in this nice rainbow reflective foil, as well as on the bottom here. The bottom is in black, and then on the sides here you can see it still does say SPD, but it doesn't show the Ranger's face because on the front of the box it actually shows them looking at each other, which I really wish the main boxes did this because this looks fantastic. I absolutely love the way that this box looks. It's beautiful. And then there's the top there. It's got the lightning bolt. And then the side there, it also says SPD. Alright, so yeah. So that was the review for those two figures. Honestly, I do like this 2-pack. It's really well done, but it has a lot of issues holding it back, especially A Squad Blue, because of, you know, his blaster color not being the same color as him, because every other A Squad Ranger that has been shown and has been released overseas and imported has used their own color for the blaster accessory piece. Obviously his visor's not silver. The silver that he uses is different. B Squad Blue is good though. Just make sure you get a good helmet, or as good of a helmet as you can get. I had to paint up mine just a little bit so it didn't look as trashy as it did. You know, if you have some like really bad quality control issues, then call Hasbro, but otherwise, I do really like this 2-pack. They look really nice together. The accessories you get are very plentiful, very good. So, again, you can find this on Walmart, Amazon, not Target, and probably Big Bad Toy Store, if I'm not mistaken. Last thing, this is my last Lightning Collection review I filmed before I got any other figures. So, if I get any of the figures that came out this year, and that's on Monday instead, this video might get pushed back, but so far I got it scheduled for the first Monday of December. So I guess we'll find out if any of my pre-orders get in, or if I get any other figures to review. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next Lightning Collection review. Again, don't know when it's going to be. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified of when my videos go live. Thanks for watching. Peace.